We did our third question, so we're going to move on to the lightning round. So in this round, we ask a quick question, the candidates can put up their signs to answer, and we're looking for about a 10-second answer or less, even 5 seconds. So now we'll begin. The first question is, what is your favorite place in Vancouver? Peregrine Falcon.
Granville Island, there's so many pigeons.
Western Grebe.
Vancouver Harbor.
Good choice. Barn Owl.
Seeing the sunset over the Gulf Islands under Ninth Street Bridge.
Ooh, a romantic vision.
I have to say any of the farmland around Vancouver, such as Delta, and that allows us to obviously feed with all the insects there.
Insects. A tasty treat. Okay, our next question in the lightning round. What is the historical figure you'd most like to meet? Barn Owl.
Farley Mowat, of course. He wrote Owls in the Family, and he's Canadian, and he was a true conservationist with common sense.
Wow, a patriotic answer. That's very good. Western Grebe.
Hard to beat Charles Darwin. He's the one who taught us all about evolution and about all these animals and how they adapt to their environments.
Good choice. Peregrine Falcon.
You may not know, but Frank Whittle, the inventor of the jet engine, that guy likes to go fast.
Good choice. Barn Swallow.
I think I would like to meet John James Audubon, the famous artist of birds, obviously.
Good answers. Okay, our next question in the lightning round. What is the most important thing Vancouverites can do themselves to help birds?
Bring back the fish.
Yeah, bring back the fish.
Buy local. The closer the better.
I agree. Preferably organic, because they're grown without pesticides.
Good.
Also, reduce and reuse.
Nice. All right, good arguments. Okay, last question. What would be your theme song? Peregrine Falcon.
Danger Zone from Top Gun.
Very good.
We sometimes eat them when it's tough times, but everyone loves the Beatles, and our favorite song, It's Been a Hard Day's Night.
Oh, I like it.
I have to say, the Barnswallow's favorite theme music would be circus music.
For the Grebe, it's going to be anything to do with a hoedown, anything to do with the West. Nice country and Western, we'll do it.
There we go, a good Western. Doesn't hurt anybody. Okay, well that finishes the lightning round. We're on to the closing statements. So now is the time, you have your last chance to really convince the people of why you're the best city bird candidate, and you each have 1 minute to do so. Who would like to begin?
I'll do it.
Peregrine Falcon.
Okay. So, I realize I may be down in the polls right now, but I'm not worried. Negativity bounces off me just like water off a duck's back right before I eat it. It's true, I do eat other birds, but in cities I eat mainly pest species, which is a net benefit for native songbirds that are being displaced. Anyway, I just don't let those little things bother me because I've got the credibility that other birds dream about. I mate for life, so you know I'm reliable. I'm the world's most widespread raptor, so you know I've got universal appeal. And I'm the fastest animal, and that's just cool. I take my species at risk status very seriously, so if you vote for me, I promise to work hard, stay loyal, and respectfully represent all the rare birds inhabiting our urban metropolis.
Very good statement from the Peregrine Falcon. Let's go Barn Owl.
Okay. Each of you sitting here today have something in common with the barn owl. We all decided that the rest of Canada was just too cold. However, unlike the grebe here and the swallow, we're here 365 days a year. I've been fortunate enough to be studying or working with barn owls for almost 10 years now, and it never ceased to amaze me where I find these owls and where they're able to scrape out a living and coexist with us here in Vancouver. Sometimes people accidentally or on purpose destroy the structures in which barn owls nest in. If that's on our radar, we try and make sure that these barn owls have an alternate nest site to live in. And sometimes we actually do get rewarded, and the barn owls come back. And it's like nothing ever happened. You see, barn owls, we don't hold grudges. In that sense, we're a very forgiving species. And if you just give us a little bit of habitat, a little bit of grass, a structure to nest in, we will coexist with humans here in the millennia to come. And that's also why barn owls are such a worthy candidate of being Vancouver's Bird of 2015. Thank you.
Thank you, Barn Owl. I will never forget that closing statement. The Western Grebe.
You know, there's so many birds in Vancouver that we could choose as our city bird, and over the years, I think we will be choosing other species as well. Any one of these 4 candidates, I think, is a worthy species for the city bird for 2016. I would suggest you think about the Western Grebe for this year because of its elegance, its beauty, its coastal location, which says Vancouver entirely. It's a bird city, and we're on the coast. The other thing, for all of these species, one of the things that we're trying to do, of course, is bring them back, and providing places for birds is really an important component. You've heard many of these short stories today about that and how we will try to bring these birds back, whether it's a coastal one or whether it's one in the farm fields, wherever it is. We're trying to bring all these birds back to the city and maintain Vancouver as one of the birdiest cities in all of Canada. So choose whichever bird you really like, and just vote, and vote often. Thank you.
Oh, wow. A compassionate plea from the Western Grebe. We'll finish with the barn swallow.
I would agree with all the other candidates in my final statement, but I'll keep it short because it's lunchtime, we're all really hungry, and I could really go for a bug or two. I will say that the barn swallow is a ubiquitous species that has universal appeal, and there's a reason why it has universal appeal. We love to see it sweep across the grasslands and swoop and catch insects and chirp and twitter and feed its young at the beautiful mud nest that it builds. So we'll say, for those reasons, please vote for barn swallow in the Vancouver City Bird Competition and vote many times. Thanks.
All right. Fantastic. So I just want to say one quick word from our second debate sponsor, Ptarmigan's Fancy Gizzard Stones. Having tummy troubles? Try Ptarmigan's Gizzard Stones made from real stones. They'll make your gizzard stronger than a Vitamix blender. Okay. So that brings us to the end. Thanks for joining us for the City Bird Showdown. Find out who will drink the sweet nectar of victory or swallow their pride and be crowned on May 9th at the Central Library with a talk from Sophie Hindmark and Holly Middleton entitled Owl, Fowl, Toil, and Trouble. And thank you very much for being here.